Hi, everyone. Thankful to have you with us. It's Tuesday and the last day of March. I don't think we're going to miss this March of 2020 as much as perhaps any other March that we have seen. And with new information coming from our state and national governments, I'm afraid April is shaping up to be the same way. New guidelines getting ready to be issued by President Trump and his administration into how long and how much further we need to take our social distancing. Governor Beshear, of course, in his daily update a few moments ago, had another hard day for us as Kentuckians. I'll share that with you in just a few moments. I'll also speak via the internet with our judge and mayor in regards to new guidelines they are announcing in regards to our business, local business operations over the course of the next few days, seeing their normal first of the month influx and how they're going to handle that and how they're asking us to do that as well. A lot of important information that we'll get to in just a few seconds. I want to say a couple of things real quickly. Another day of self-isolation here. This big old office building, big by my standards, compared to my operations over the 20 years before I purchased the Sagersville Independent, has been occupied just by me for the past few days, for the most part, and it's a bit lonely, yes, but trying to self-isolate, do as much news as possible via the internet, Skype, FaceTime, what have you, and that's how I'm going to continue my operations, only going out as absolutely necessary in regards to gathering news. In lieu of that, I want to extend an invitation to keep me up to date to all of you. Any videos, and it doesn't have to be, a little lighthearted, entertaining news will go a long way as of right now. Anything that you would like to share with us, how you're handling the COVID-19 pandemic, isolating, self-isolating, cute, funny stories would be great, and of course those serious ones that we need, please send those to us. And that also goes for the Sagersville Independent and our editor Heather Oney as well, who is working from home, but still the Big Sandy News, Sagersville Independent papers still being published, still working hard to keep you up to date and informed as much as possible. Just everyone doing it from their respective homes or locations. So please send us any information you can, whether it be via Facebook, email. We put our contacts out there daily and nightly for the program here, and of course in the Sagersville Independent, so please do that. I also want to say to our friends at Foothills Communications, thank you for putting up our message that I have to use sometimes. Over the course of 20 years, a lot of you have been here each and every weeknight and know that some days I get a bit overwhelmed with a lot of news content, late breaking news, and sometimes I'm just running late, or sometimes we have some technical difficulties. And like last evening's program, in waiting for the governor's address and some other information, the show was almost 10 minutes late, and I do apologize, and I try my best not to let that happen. But when it is going to happen, I do have a pre-programmed message that says, please stay tuned, Your News Today is next, so that you'll know the show is coming any moment, maybe in a few minutes. And I put that out there, and Foothills Communications is gracious enough to go ahead and put that up on screen and let you know that indeed the show is coming. Just wait for it, and we'll be there just as soon as possible. And I wish to thank him for that. So let's go ahead and go right now to the governor's address and update tonight. With the president expected at any time to unveil new coronavirus guidelines, as the United States death toll has now surpassed that of China, we expect to see these new guidelines and restrictions well in place all the way through the month of April, which has not begun. The governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear, referenced that today at the beginning of his update. He also referenced his executive order issued yesterday to ban travel to other states unless absolutely necessary, and encouraged no travel whatsoever unless you're going to work or need health care. Stay at home, stay off the roads, stay in. And in doing so, he also followed that with his toughest announcement thus far: the largest number of new cases in Kentucky and the largest number of new deaths recorded.
The good news, which we're going to put at the end to pick ourselves up a little bit, is a tough one. So this is our largest day of new cases. We have 114 new cases, and we also have 6 new deaths. Now, we knew this was coming, and we know there are going to be days where we have more than 114 new cases. And there are probably going to be days, folks, where we have more than 6 new deaths, and that's going to be hard. But that is what this virus is, and that is why we are working so hard to reduce our number of contacts and protect the people around us. We were prepared for this. We can breathe. We can take it in. And we can know because of it that we're committed to working harder the next day, to hope that we don't have another day that's this big, but we know we will, because we are in that slope where the virus increases. Our new cases are 58 in Jefferson, 17 in Fayette, 4 in Hopkins, 3 in Jessamine, 2 in Kenton, 2 in Shelby, 2 in Davis, 2 in Edmondson, 2 in McCracken, 1 in Christian, Campbell, LaRue, Graves, Clark, Madison, another in Christian, 1 in Montgomery, Laurel, Pulaski, Russell, Hancock, Muhlenberg, Hardin, Rockcastle, Henry, Scott, Union, Carroll, Woodford, Bourbon, and Anderson. And I know there's some first-time counties in there, and to those that are out there, that just means this is your first confirmed case. We have known that there are people that have the coronavirus in your communities. Remember, most people are asymptomatic. So this just says to everybody out there that we've got to treat every community like the coronavirus is already there. And thank you to our county judges and our mayors and our magistrates and everybody out there that has already, I know, internalized this and is working under that model.
Before the end of today's update, the governor also confirmed an additional and 7th death for today in the Commonwealth. A few other pieces of information. He issued an executive order to allow law enforcement to hire retired officers without penalizing their retirement. Grocery store workers will be eligible for frontline workers' child care. Fiscal courts, he says, need to be modeling good behavior. Virtual meetings open to the public but not in person. Says no yard sales, and that they are working on doing trial runs of drive-through testing in Franklin County soon so they can see how they need to do those so they can set that up everywhere. 591 cases in Kentucky as it stands per today's update. The only counties in direct eastern Kentucky still remain unchanged as of today, but Breathitt, Martin, Lawrence, Boyd, and Menifee counties, the only extreme eastern Kentucky counties with positive cases. I'll be right back with our local information and updates and how businesses and our local governments are going to be handling the first of the month influx and surge in just a few seconds. News for all of us. I'll be right back. Times have changed. Now and suddenly, more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here. We're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424.
The coverage you need when you need it most. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Need an oil change? Are your brakes shot? Are you ready to turn the wick up on your diesel or lift up and accessorize your 4x4? Or get that dent fixed once and for all? Then call the professionals at Black Smoke Performance for all of your maintenance needs and auto body repair, from insurance collisions to full restoration projects. Black Smoke Performance on May Drive in Dixie of Sagersville, 3498785. Creekside Stitching and Feed is the place to go for all of your custom embroidery needs. Shirts, caps, jackets, and more. And they've got the best prices on value-pack dog food, blue ribbon beef mix, kickin' chicken, and shell and cracked corn. And premium quality gates, hay rings, and bunk feeders, plus metal carports and garages as low as $1,400 installed. For all of your embroidery, feed, and farm supplies, Creekside Stitching and Feed. 1 mile up Bear Branch off of Route 30. Up next, Mayor Pete Shepard, also our Public Health Director, and Montgomery County Judge Executive Matt Wireman. All together, between the two of them, an update on the number of people tested in Montgomery County for the coronavirus, the results thus far as we're keeping a daily tally. Also, more personal protection equipment that is coming to local healthcare providers, and what the city and county and businesses will be doing starting tomorrow regarding operations throughout the normal first of the month surge.
Well, we have no positive cases in Montgomery County again today, which is great news. And the state has informed us that they will be sending us some more personal protective equipment for our local providers. I don't know how much we'll get, but that should be coming sometime this week.
And we do have a need for that, don't we?
Yes, so far most of them have been doing pretty well with that. I know a lot of the stuff we've given the last time, they've just kind of stockpiled it a little bit. So they're trying to conserve, and then what we're giving them is going to keep them, I think, in pretty good shape for a while.
Any general number of tests that we're seeing on average daily or weekly here done?
No, I can tell you since the testing started, we've tested a little over 60 people in Montgomery County.
Wow. Okay. So, gentlemen, you're both here together today to talk about some new guidelines that we're going to be following tomorrow. Are these coming from the state or local level or both, and what are they?
Well, I think I talked to Judge Worman this morning, Matthew, and he said that I think the governor's kind of letting us kind of wing it tomorrow because it's the first of the month. We'd asked for some guidance on what to do, but we've decided to go to all the retail stores that's going to be open tomorrow, especially the grocery stores, and asking them to limit the number of people that will be in the stores at one certain time. We've also asked them to make sure that if there's a lot of gathering outside, what the city's going to do is going to put a police officer. I'll have a police officer at the Save Lot parking lot. I'll have one at the IGA parking lot. And we'll have another officer roaming about for the other dollar stores and other people's open to make sure that we have social distancing and that people are not trying to crowd into the grocery stores because, like I said, it's the first month. We've also recommended to the grocery stores and those retail stores to let only one person per family into the store. That's very important. If you come with a family of 4 or 5 and get in there, it just kills our social distancing. So we're asking everybody, and we're going to try to enforce it nicely, and hopefully everything will go smooth. And I know I've been around to all the businesses in town, and Judge Worman's been to all the businesses in the county, and I'll let him kind of say where he's at with that.
Yeah, I visited the dollar stores primarily out in the county. I've got a call that I've got to make here in just a little bit to the regional director just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Basically, what the stores told me was that they were getting updates pretty much daily from the corporate level coming through their regional manager. They're going to be enforcing social distances, as the mayor said, and they're going to limit the number of folks in the stores. If it looks like there's too many in there, they're going to ask folks to leave. As the mayor said, we're going to try to do this in an orderly fashion. But should there be folks out there that don't want to be orderly, we do have law enforcement's going to be out in the county. The mayor's already said that he's going to have his police officers out in the city. I've been talking to Sheriff Montgomery, and we're going to have at least 3 deputies out patrolling tomorrow out in the county, going to the various dollar stores and be assisting in the city limits also. We're not out here trying to be a police state, but folks, this is serious. And one of the things that the governor stressed today on the conference call with all the county judges was that we are the master of our fate. we are the ones that's going to determine whether or not we have a small number of cases and this moves on through with a relative ease, or we're going to be sitting here with cases on top of cases on top of cases. It's all on how we act as human beings and how we follow the rules and we do the social distancing. He's not, he says there's no way to police our way into this, but we have got to ensure compliance. So when you're out there in those stores tomorrow in the next 3 or 4 days, we know it's that time of the month in Eastern Kentucky. Please use social distancing. Please follow all the guidelines. This is imperative for everyone's safety in McGoffin County and the surrounding counties.
My other question, though, is in addition, one of you mentioned earlier, in addition to the social distancing and allowing only so many customers inside the stores, one of you, are the stores doing anything else above and beyond in regards to buggies or sanitary means or anything of that nature?
Talking with IGA and Save Locker, we're going to have people at the door with the buggies. They'll wipe down the handles before another customer comes in. The customer will have a cart that's been wiped down, and they'll be doing that continuously through the day. They'll also be going through the store, hopefully telling people that they've got, all the stores have tape on the floor that has 6-foot increments, so you can know when you're close or getting too close to somebody, just stay in that area and move on in an orderly fashion. I think all the stores are happy that we brought this on, and like I told all the stores, we want it to be uniformly enforced. And with the cities, what I've told them is just put a big sign that says the mayor recommends, and I'll take the heat just like Judge Warman will with enforcing this, because it has to be done. It's nothing we like to do, but I hope everybody, when they come to the store, they buy only what they need for the next 3 or 4 days. They don't need to come in and buy everything that they think they need for a month. We're in this together. We need to have the store stocked continuously as we go, but we just can't flood it the first day that we get our food stamps or our checks and buy everything in it. Just shop responsibly. There'll be plenty of food all through the month and for the next duration of this thing, but let's not go crazy and try to do like we did with the toilet paper the first day it came out. There was none to be found, or paper towels, or sanitizer. We don't want that to happen. We want everything to run smoothly, and I think McGoffin County has kind of taken the lead in what's been going on. We've been keeping no cases, and I think even the governor bragged on how we've been doing, and with Judge Warman putting the green lights up. It's kind of got a little notoriety for McGoffin County, and we want to look good in this. We want to be the front runner, and I think we can. And we just got to have all of our people on the same page, doing the right thing and the smart thing. And if you don't need to be out, stay at home. Send one person to the grocery store, the dollar store, and stay home. It's just going to last a few more weeks. And if, like Matthew said, it's all up to us whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. And hopefully right now in McGoffin County, we're doing the right thing, and it's so far been a good thing. No positive cases.
The mayor says that you see any problems out there with anyone obeying or disobeying, I guess I should say, these guidelines, to please call the McGoffin County Health Department, or you can call his personal number, 367-5022. Sagersville Police Department, of course, as well, he says, available at 349-3255. I'll be right back. McGoffin County Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration, with professional, licensed, and certified commercial and residential service technicians that can maintain and repair all manufacturers, with new and old installation and financing available, serving McGoffin, Morgan, Lawrence, Martin, Johnson, Floyd, and Breathitt counties. McGoffin County Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration, 349-1058 or 225-6779. Right now at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe, as is with all other restaurants, our dining area is closed, but our drive-thru is open, and we also have available to you a drive-thru lane to the left when you enter the parking lot, and a prepaid lane to the right, and also a prepaid parking area if you wish to call and pay ahead before you arrive. And you can also arrive and get $5 off either a 16 or a 20-piece family pack. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken any way you like it, and all the sides. $5 off. For example, a 20-piece family pack can feed anywhere from 6 to 7 to 10 people for less than $40 after the $5 coupon. And that's with tax. At your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe, where we're dedicated to making your visit as smooth and quick and pleasant as possible. Call ahead or drive through. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville, 349-4400. A message from the Fraser's Prater Drug Store and Seasonal Shop families. Prater Drug wants you to know that you can now call, use Facebook, or use our Refill RX app to get your prescriptions refilled. And the drugstore also has designated curbside pickup parking in front of and behind the store. Simply call 349-3135. And at the Seasonal Shop, they're still posting new arrivals and taking orders with free shipping on most everything anywhere in the entire United States. And they're offering scheduled curbside pickup. Just call 349-3223. Fraser's Prater Drug Store and the Seasonal Shop says let's all do what we can to help and protect our neighbors and loved ones. If your spring projects include gravel, rock, sand, or drainage pipe, your dollar will go farther at Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply here in Sayersville. It's always in stock and ready for pickup and delivery. And now there's 2 locations for all of your feed and farm needs. Tomahawk has the region's largest inventory and lowest prices on all pet and livestock feed, gates, fencing, and everything your farm needs. In Sayersville off 114 at Red Light number 4, and in West Liberty on Liberty Road behind the Ford store. Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply. With decades of experience and happy customers all over Kentucky, All Pro Gutter Works and Construction is now proud to offer long-term and 0% financing on their home improvements and home construction. That's new windows and floors, new bathrooms and kitchens, new roofs, siding, decks and porches, new turnkey homes and offices, and of course, continuous guttering in 21 colors. Locally, family-owned and operated, and waiting on your next project and phone call. All Pro Gutter Works. So I have spent most of the day, not as a reporter, but as a small business owner, trying to decipher and go through the information that's been made available in regards to the stimulus package, which was passed, of course, to help individuals and, most importantly, for myself today in this circumstance, small business owners. And I'm going to share with you the details that I have been able to confirm and the information which I believe to be true and accurate at this point, saying to you that that is changing almost daily and may change from now. But there are essentially 2 forms of assistance out there for small business owners. And that is this payment or paycheck protection program through your bank or a banking institution. And, of course, the EIDL program that is available through the Small Business EDIL program, which is available through the Small Business Administration. And directly through them, not your local bank. These are 2 separate entities, both aimed at helping small businesses, both available. The question is, which one or both of them should you use, and exactly what are they? I know this is a little bit repetitive, but it's going to be brief, and it's going to be to the point, and it's going to be, I believe, the most accurate information that I've been able to use today. Yeah, let's start with the PPP, or Paycheck Protection Program. It's pretty straightforward, and this one I think is a no-brainer. If you have a small business, you need to be applying for the PPP, and to do so, you contact any SBA-approved bank. For example, the Sayersville National Bank, and most financial institutions are SBA-approved, and they are the ones you go through, get the appropriate documentation, payroll, profit and loss statements. That's what I have begun with thus far. And they are the ones that administer these funds. Those funds which will cover payroll, mortgage interest, not your entire mortgage payment, but the interest thereon, rent, and pretty much any utilities, phone, electric, gas, internet, all included, paying 100% of all is my understanding, and all 100% forgiven at the end of 8 weeks. Now, the caveat to that is that you cannot reduce the number of employees you have. You can't fire anyone. You can't lay anyone off during that time frame, and you have to keep them on at least their base salary. But if you meet those guidelines, you will be eligible for the protection program, and that will be forgiven at the end of 8 weeks. The deadline to apply for that is June the 30th. The other option is the economic injury disaster loans and emergency economic injury grants. These provide an emergency advance of up to $10,000 to small businesses and private nonprofits harmed by, of course, COVID-19 within 3 days of applying for an SBA, Small Business Administration, economic injury disaster loan. To access that advance, you have to apply for an EIDL and then request the advance. As I understand, as it's written on the website, the advance does not, that up to $10,000 advance does not need to be repaid under any circumstance and may be used to keep employees on payroll, pay for sick leave, meet increased production costs, pay business obligations, debts, rent, mortgage payments, etc. They do not replace lost revenue or sales, and these are considered loans with that upfront advance of up to $10,000. It also appears as though if you were to be turned down for a loan, you would still get that $10,000 advance and not have to pay it back. These also now, even though I think EIDLs used to, are not requiring a personal guarantee for these loans. They also do not require collateral for these loans unless it's over $25,000. And there's no cost and no obligation. Now, as for that Paycheck Protection Program, your banks in general, should have that process in place, I am told, by the end of the week and be able to give you some more information then. It's not been officially launched as of yet, but they believe by the end of the week you will have that information. For example, I think payroll is going to be equated to about 2.5 times your average monthly payroll, and that should carry businesses through June. Once again, contact your local bank if you haven't already. That information should be completely made available to them by the end of the week. A few other things. The number one question I had is, can you apply for both the EIDL, and the PPP program? The answer, as near as I can tell, is yes, you can. Whether you've already received an EIDL unrelated to COVID-19 or related to COVID-19 and you are approved for the PPP, you can use both. However, whether or not you have to pay a portion or all of that EIDL back, even though there is, as I told you a few seconds ago, documentation that says that initial $10,000 does not have to be paid back under any circumstance. Anything over that, I cannot say for sure. So the advice given to me was to apply for both, the PPP and the EIDL for each of my businesses, and then sort it out later when and if you are approved for both. And that's, I know, a little iffy, but that's the best that I can tell you. And I can also tell you that per my accountant, this information is almost changing daily, so keep that in mind. I've got a few other tidbits that we'll try to trace down and have for you tomorrow, but as of right now, that information is the latest. As for the economic stimulus payments, well, those should be coming out in the coming days. I believe on the 9th is when I've been told those first direct deposits will be made. Who's eligible? If you have filed your taxes for 2018, 2019, that information, that direct deposit information, will be used. If you have not, there is a website. They are putting together a portal. If you have not filed taxes as of late, where you will be able to go on, send that direct deposit information or other information to get those payments. That website not available as of right now, and we are awaiting that information. And I do have a few other things here that I just want to confirm in regards to those stimulus checks, and I'll have that outlined for you on tomorrow's program and some other updates. Real quickly, I'm running out of time. Let's go on over to tonight's forecast. Powered by Licking Valley RECC. You saw behind me rain still falling. It's going to continue to do so up until about 11 o'clock tonight. Light winds out of the north, 5 to 6 miles per hour, and 39 degrees is where we should fall to this evening, with mostly cloudy skies and near 53 for your Wednesday. Dry, albeit cloudy, and 53, but dry for your Wednesday and Wednesday night. Some patchy fog late tomorrow night lingering into your Thursday morning. Nighttime lows get close to freezing tomorrow night, down around 33, which means you can look for both some fog and some frost Thursday morning, and some sun to follow. We should follow up with a 63-degree day under sunny skies on your Thursday as well, and we're going to stay dry and sunny for at least a few days. Dry and mostly cloudy tomorrow, but dry and sunny and 63 Thursday, clear that night. By Friday, I think we'll see temperatures back down to around 57. No, that's a typo. Friday's forecast even warmer still, and 67, not 57 as on your screen. Sounds and looks even better. My apologies. 67 sunny degrees on your Friday. We'll see 39 partly cloudy Friday night, so a really nice few days. Again, dry for the rest of the work week, and wow, that's a bit of a rarity. Saturday, we'll start off on the same note. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're deserving of it. Mostly sunny and 71 on your Saturday. Saturday night, 48, and then shower chances make their way back into the forecast, and they stay for days. Couldn't last forever, could it? Saturday, 30% chance of showers late, and we're going to still see a little sunshine and the 70s. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be bad. Just shower chances after 3 or 4 dry days. We'll see mostly sunny, partly sunny skies. Temperatures holding right almost dead on the 70-degree mark Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with a 30, 40, maybe 50% chance of showers. And that's going to wrap it up for tonight. We ask that you stay in, stay safe, and stay tuned to Your News Today. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.